Well, what's going on, everybody? It's Emily Roberts here. I'm so excited for this call. We're talking about branding yourself and posting on social media and basically just kind of putting yourself out there in the right way to do it. Oh, yeah, we're excited. This is my son, Sterling. If you are new to our team, we welcome you. He's my little special guest. Daddy is gone, so he stays up late with Mommy.
With Daddy.
Yeah, all right. Now eat your crackers. Be quiet. Okay, so let's dig in. If you have a pen and paper, you're going to want to write a couple of these things down. I have a little acronym, and it's pretty simple to remember. It's the word WHO, W-H-O. So we're going to jump right on in and kind of dissect what this word means and how you're going to apply it to your Facebook aspect of your business. So the W is who. Who are you, and who are you posting for? You have to figure out who your audience is. Are you friends with all your people from high school? Are you friends with all your college friends? Lots of mommies, military spouses? Are you friends with nurses and doctors and psychologists? Are you friends with a little bit of everything? Maybe homeschooling parents? What is your brand? If you follow me or if you've known me for quite some time, I am all about that mom life. I post about my kids. I post about being a mom, funny things, sad things. I share mom articles. I just started my own mommy blog. So I am a huge, huge brand for moms and stay-at-home moms and work-from-home moms. So that's who I post for, and that's who I represent in my postings. If you are only posting about Plexus, you're going to turn off a lot of people. You love Plexus. That's great. If you are only posting about that, you're going to look like a crazed One Direction fan that's obsessed with the band. Same thing. You're kind of vomiting Plexus all over your people, your friends. These people trust you and they believe in you and you have integrity to them. And all of a sudden you're all about this pink stuff and they have no idea what it is. They think that you've joined some pink cult and they're like, okay, girl, pump the brakes. Tell me what you're doing. So I think there is a right and a wrong way to make your brand. Your brand is not Plexus, okay? I hope that you know that and you understand that because that's not who you are. When people join your team, when customers order from you, that's just it. They are ordering from you and joining you. They're not joining Plexus. They're joining you. They're saying yes to you because they trust you.
Say it.
Okay, be quiet. H. How can you build your brand and post on social media with H? H is hashtags. Now, for a while, this was kind of like an eye roll thing, and you're probably like, Emily, really, hashtags? They made funny videos like Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake have a funny video about hashtag this and hashtag that in real life. So I know it's silly, but this is very important when you are networking and getting your story out there. No, get down. A great way to do this is to see what is trending. Sterling stuff. A great way to do this is when you get on Facebook, I want you to pretend you're logging in. No. And look at your far right-hand side. No, go get a drink. And if you look up in the top right, you will see trending. Recently, it's been Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. I think another one that's trending right now on my newsfeed is Shania Twain. There's so many different things that are trending. So think of your brand. Think about who you are. Think about your business and opportunity or your products or what you could do to tie in those hashtags that are trending. People click on those hashtags. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but they do. Now, there's a catch to hashtags. If your posts are not public, no one is seeing your hashtags, so it's kind of pointless to even have them. Only your friends will see what you're using in that same hashtag. So say you're friends with like Bobby and Joe and Mary, and they click on your hashtag, well, they're going to see it because you're friends with them. But if you want Mary's aunt and uncle to see it because you know they have health issues, or you want somebody that's in your mommy group page to see it, you're going to have to make your settings public. If you are not comfortable with that for whatever reason, I totally understand, and you do not have to do this. I'm just putting it out there for those that are building their brand, networking, and all about getting and bringing in new people. 99.9% of my business is done through Facebook and Instagram. About 10% of that has developed from hashtags and making my posts public. That's how I met Lindsay Donaldson. She's almost Ruby on my team. That's how I met quite a few other people. So I think it's really, really important to think about it and pray about it and start using hashtags and making your stuff public. The last one, O. Sterling, come here. Is other. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. So O is other. We got specials, freebies, giveaways, giving away samples. Just recently, corporate has come out with like 3 to 4 insane, amazing emails that we get to share with our potentials and our skeptics. So this is other. This is not something you post about every single day. It's kind of just as they happen. If corporate has a monthly special, you're going to post about it in that month only, and maybe every other day or as like a reminder. Maybe even just use it as a follow-up thing. You're not going to post about it all the time. I see so many Plexus ambassadors giving away a whole bag of Slim like a month. That gets expensive real quickly, you guys. Yeah, it might be a write-off, but that's not smart business. So we have the who. That was who you are and who you're posting for. H was your hashtags and making your stuff public so anyone and everyone can benefit from what you're sharing. And O is other, specials, freebies, giveaways, corporate incentives, and specials. This is all just Plexus related. I'm not talking about what you ate for dinner, posting cute pictures of your kids, date night with your man. I'm not talking about those things. That should be what you're posting about every day. Like what you were posting about before you joined Plexus. People love you. They love your family. They want to know what you're up to, what you got for Christmas. We're just nosy like that, right? So that's what you post about. That's what people follow you for. Now, for me personally, I kind of put myself out there. I think when you were first getting started, it should be something that you are vague about. You know, I jumped the gun and I shared my Plexus link and it was so salesy and terrible. Don't do that. Take my advice and don't do that. This is what happened. I invited the haters of all haters into my status when I did this. Oh, you went to the dark side. Really? You're trying to sell me something? Like the comments were off the wall. So instead, maybe something a little more vague, like if you just joined Plexus, put it out there, like I just started my own business. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. Leave it at that. You could do like hashtag boss babe, hashtag CEO of my life. Get people wondering what the heck you're doing. Leave it at that. Don't reply to any comments or messages. Wake up the next day and you have a full day of Plexus business that you get to share and work on. And it just makes things so exciting. I love posting really kind of vague or exciting things right before I go to bed so I can power down. And then when I wake up in the morning, whew, full work day. It's so exciting. It gets me pumped up. So from that, let's kind of transition this into what I mentioned earlier. So Plexus is not your brand, right? Your brand is who you are, what you like, what you don't like, why people trust you, where your integrity comes from, okay? Go get a snack out of the closet. When I come to your Facebook, what am I going to know about you? So if I go click on Allie Edmonds, because that's the face that I see right now in my little boxes. If I go to Allie's Facebook, what, right there in that hallway closet. If I click on her, what am I going to see? I'm going to see that she has blonde hair, that she is engaged and planning a wedding. She's, I think you're in Colorado or maybe you're back in Ohio, maybe something like that. Okay. You're traveling. I saw that she went to a really famous restaurant today. That's exciting stuff. It's not, I love Plexus. Oh my gosh, my team, join my team. Plexus this is my product. This Plexus, I'm a Plexus robot. No, that's not what it looks like. However, I've been to a couple of profiles where I don't even know your last name. First of all, your name on Facebook is your first and middle name, and I don't even know anything about you. All I see is Plexus, Plexus, Plexus. Do you think a new friend that adds you on Facebook will be turned off by that? That kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Does this girl have a life? Plexus like consumes her. So people know you like Plexus. Your Facebook doesn't have to necessarily reflect that. I think a really great headshot or, you in your Plexus shirt as your profile picture, that's totally cool. Back in the day, I had everybody put their link on their Facebook picture. Go ask Granddad. I'm just kind of throwing it out there that was a big no-no on my part, because we turned away so many people by doing that. We became instant salespeople, and that was my bad. So if you have your link just out there in the open, make people come to you to get that. I think every now and then, if you post a picture with your link on it, that's totally cool. But it doesn't have to be a constant for your business. I think that's what reminds people, oh yeah, she's doing that Plexus thing. Great. Hold on, baby. Basically, we know you like Plexus, so it doesn't have to bleed out of you. It scares people away, and your profile picture should be of you. Your cover photo should be, a quote, a scripture, your kids, something you like. It's fall, so maybe a bunch of pumpkins, something that's inviting. It's called the law of attraction. You're attracting people by things that they like and by things that they want and are socially acceptable, I guess is a great way to put it. So let's talk about different audiences. So just a second ago, I was saying, if you're a college student, you're posting for college kids. Well, guess what? That is something that you need to focus on when you're posting on Facebook. If you're thinking college kids, what do college kids like? Okay, besides passing grades and beer, they like money, right? They like money. They usually need money because their parents aren't giving them money. So lead with the opportunity when it comes to college kids. They have that young demographic. They're millennials. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Great term. I've done a couple videos on this. But basically, they were born in the early 90s, and they're under the age of 30, and they have this opportunity at their fingertips. So why would you not be sharing that? Go hit up your local sorority, fraternity, and go talk to them. Second group of people that always come to mind, your stay-at-home moms. Do not be afraid to reach out to these people. I was one of these people that turned all network marketers away for months, 10 months to be exact, and finally got over myself because I had Holly, someone that wasn't overbearing, invite me to this opportunity. She didn't tell me, you're going to join my team, and she didn't badger me about it. She goes, you know what, do your research. I encourage that. And I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to pray about this opportunity with you. 1 second. So what do stay-at-home moms want? What are some things you can post about or lead up to get their attention? Being fulfilled. You post about your babies or talk about babies, share articles about babies. That new video that's trending right now, the ring test, to see how many kids you're going to have, that is going crazy right now. Stay-at-home moms love that stuff. Another thing that you can post about, your post-baby bod. If you're a mom, if I'm talking to you, there's nothing more vulnerable than talking about your lovely lady lumps, okay? We got them. When you have babies, they get bigger and they hang in places we don't like, and people know that because that's just a part of it. So talk about those things. Be honest. 1 second. Talk about those things. Be vulnerable. Men. How can we invite men to this opportunity? You guys, men like manly things. Most men do, okay? They like gains. They like working out. They like money. They like to think they look good, and they like to think they're healthy. For the longest time, my husband thought sugar-free energy drinks were healthy. No. They like to be educated. They like to feel smart. They like their confidence boosted. Hopefully Jason is on this call and he can back me up on this. But these are things that men want. So what are you going to lead with? Financial opportunity and health. Share stories like Clint Spear. He's married to a Sapphire ambassador and has an incredible health testimony from being the scrawny, skinny guy to being the jack, fit, strong guy. Chris McCall, he's an older ambassador, but he's hilarious, and he wants to help everyone. He's a great example of how to post and share with dudes. There's also, if you have a man that's a potential of yours, there's a page called the Plexus Man Cave. You don't know what that is, hit up my husband, Scott Roberts, to get your man ambassadors and get your male potentials in this group. It is all men, men only, guy things, guy conversations. There's nothing pink about it. So that's another thing. Lastly, kids. Obviously, you can tell I'm speaking to parents because most of us are parents or we want to be future parents if you don't have kids yet. Or maybe you just like kids, or lots of people that have kids. And that's probably what the biggest excuse of people not joining you. So how can we post on Facebook to talk to people about their kids? Well, We have a kid's chewable vitamin that we don't talk about enough. He loves it. I posted videos of him taking the chewable vitamin, pictures of him holding it. It's especially important during flu season, back to school, around the holidays. Get your hand out your nose. The kid's chewable vitamin is something you can definitely touch on. These are things that we can post about, but you don't have to post about them all the time. Another important thing that I'd like to mention is when you start posting on Facebook, you're going to see some really awesome Plexus ambassadors come up with really juicy, amazing posts. You are more than welcome to share them. Use that by copy and pasting. Do not click the share button. You're sending your business away. Secondly, copy and paste it and save it for a rainy day. Do not immediately repost and change the words to match your life. Why? Because we become those people. We're all posting the same status. We're all posting the same picture. And people are going to be like, gosh, there's no originality. Like, I'm being sold to. They're literally all using the same thing. People notice. And you know how I know that? I get messages about it all the time from people in groups, people that have been interested in Plexus, but they were turned off because they saw the same status by 3 different friends across the U.S. You got to keep that in mind. It's a small world, and people are connected. Even though you may not live in Texas with me, we might have a mutual friend because of the military. So keep that in mind. When you find a status you really like, copy and paste it, save it in your buffer or your notes, and save it for a rainy day. All right. Lastly, when it comes to your brand, do not be afraid to be yourself. You know, if you're not a funny person, don't try to be funny. If you are not a scientific green and yellow person, don't post things that you don't understand, because you're going to get a skeptic or someone that comes on your post and asks a question that you are going to freak out and not know the answer to. Sure, you can go get the answer to it, but if that's not something you usually post, refrain from posting and rethink it. Instead, find something and make it into your own words. I love dictionaries. I love to look up words that I don't know what they mean. That's actually a huge part of my blog. I find a word, I define it, and the rest of my blog is usually something related to that. Maybe inquire a Plexus post in the same way. You know, talk about gut health. Definition, gut health. Getting a really good probiotic like Plexus Probio 5. You know, you can make it funny. You can make it simple to understand, but that's what people need. They are going to see right through you, especially your friends and family, if you're posting like a pharmacist and you ain't a pharmacist. You're a mama. You know what I'm saying? So be yourself. Be yourself and have fun with this business. You guys, it might be a little hard sometimes, but it's still simple. You can literally work your phone from your smart device. Anywhere. Today, I worked my business at the nail salon, at the post office, in the car, in between red lights. Yeah, we watched a movie today. What else did we do? We kicked a soccer ball outside, and I was talking to potential using voice messages. This business is the business. It is so awesome. So keep it simple. Work smarter, not harder. Figure out what your brand is and tell your story. Stop selling Plexus. No one wants to be sold to. That's probably why most of us were skeptics, because people were constantly trying to sell us and convince us. Just tell your story. Tell everyone why it's working and how it's working, and you will be so amazed at how your potentials come around. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me.